What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. So right now we're just driving around in our new Ferrari Enzo that we just unlocked in the last video. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. But today we're going to be taking on... Oh, what the heck is going on there? I haven't the slightest clue what that was. But let's go ahead and jump into the pause menu before anything crazy happens. But we're going to be taking on the Overnight Adventures seasonal event. So if we jump to that, the restriction is going to be S2, and it has to be an extreme track toy. So they are just asking for us to die. So we're going to go set some cars up, and I will meet you back at the entrance to this seasonal championship. All right. So we've got 3 cars set up. Our first car, we're going to try this Ultima 1020. So this is going to be a rear-wheel drive car. So let's see what we've got here. So they're all street races. So they're all going to be sprint races. So as you can see here, we've got the Ultima Evolution Coupe 1020. We've got the Apollo Intensia Mazzane, I guess. And then we set up the Ferrari F40 as well. So we're going to start out with the Ultima and see how this goes. So this is, again, rear-wheel drive. The share code for the tune is up on the screen if you want to use it. I'm usually a rear-wheel drive person. Let's check. We're still racing against highly skilled. That is very important if you want all 3 stars and to unlock the car. But let's see how this goes. So we're obviously facing really fast vehicles, being an S2 and them being extreme track toys. And, ooh, that is not the best start. Running right into a wall. We're just gonna bully the Bugatti out of the way, I guess. We've got some Formula Drift cars. Ooh, slam on the brakes. So I think this thing is supposed to stop really fast because it literally weighs almost nothing. So that's good. Our issue is just going to be that. Our throttle control, because, well, one, we don't usually race rear-wheel drive vehicles. Usually I try to stick to all-wheel drive just because they are a ton easier. But I wanted to be able to use this car, so couldn't get it all-wheel drive because by default it's already at that 998, so at the top of S2 class. So let's see if we can. I mean, if we had no turns, we wouldn't have any issue because I think this thing is faster than those. But the issue is there are turns, and there are plenty of them. Way too many of them. And I am not very good at driving this car yet. Throttle control is awful for me. Ooh! I'm getting a little sideways. We are way back in 7th place now. We are not doing good at all. Okay, move your little Ferrari, or your Ford Mustang. Ooh! Okay, this thing is too much for me. We may be restarting this race. Let's do that. We're gonna try to do better. Second go around. Let's see what happens. Alright, attempt number 2. Let's see if we can do a little better here. So again, we're just racing way too fast with vehicles where I don't know if we can be super competitive in rear-wheel drive. We'll find out. Whoop. May just need to be better about getting in and out of the turns and not just mashing the gas like we usually do. Run that Mustang a little wide. We don't necessarily need to come in first in every single race. So if we can get into like second, I'd be happy with this one. Obviously you want first, but you just have to be, you know, first place in points at the end of the race, or at the end of the championship. Ooh. Any kind of progress we were making, we literally just gave up there, it seems. Let's rewind that. This thing is just really hard to control for me. Ooh. Rewind that one. We're gonna get this. Dropping back to fourth. Take third again there. Bounce off that wall. Oh my goodness. This thing is so hard to control. I just need better throttle control. I think it'd be fine, but we're gonna take third. I'm fine with that. We just have to win the other 2 races. And I think we should be fine, so is what it is. We just have to beat Presidio and Poseidon there. 2 of our club members. If you're not in the club, definitely go join that. It's the Bomb Gaming Forza group. But let's go ahead and jump into our next race. Alright, here we go in the next race. It is the North Coast Rush, and we are in our Ferrari F40 Competizione, I think is how it's said. The share code for this is going to be up on the screen. This one is all-wheel drive, so we should have much less issues with this now. Just hauling through here. It may have been better to use that Ultima on something a little less turn-based race. I think it may have been better on these because it's obviously more straightaways already. But who knows? We're over it. We're done with that race. Hopefully we don't have to repeat the championship because of, you know, not winning that race. If we do, then, you know, we'll repeat it, but we just won't use that Ultima, right? At least for that race. I may try it again on something else, but all-wheel drive is my bread and butter. It is just so much easier. You really don't have to think too much about what you're doing, so. Ooh, you just killed some chickens. If you could do that, they'd be dead. As they cross the road. Hauling in this thing right now. My goodness. I'm just absolutely killing the drivatars too. So, I'm not a big fan of driving around this S2 class. I think it's way too fast for my liking. Sometimes it's fun, but especially when there's like, or when you're doing a street race event and there's actual pedestrian cars and it's nighttime. Not the biggest fan of it. I just think it's way too fast. And it may just be me being an old fart, I don't know. But coming up on the finish line, that race was, woo, I should probably pay more attention instead of just running into brick walls or stone walls. That race was literally nothing, so. There we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into our next and final event and jump into our Apollo. Alright, here we go in our Apollo. The share code for this tune will be up on the screen. I think this is going to be a little bit slower than our Ferrari, but I think this one's going to be a little easier to control. I think it has better acceleration as well, but let's see how it does through here. Obviously it's not having an issue keeping up at all. On the brakes, and that Mustang is fast. Going a little off-road. Alright, we need to beat Poseidon here. Cannot lose to him. Whew. So he's in the Mosler? I don't know how you would pronounce it, or how you do pronounce it. But it is one of the fastest cars in the game. Trying to make sure that we don't do something like that. And that's why we have rewind on, just because we don't want to have to do the entire race, and at this point the championship, all over again. I think this would have probably been a good car to use on that first race as we were going through the city. I think this thing just handles turns a lot better. But there we go. Across the line, looking like a Mercedes F1 car. Let's see. Okay, so we have 54. So we won. All right. Whew. So Overnight Adventures is now complete. That will get us the 3 stars that we needed. We'll have yet another Koenigsegg Jesko, however you want to pronounce that. I think we have 3 now if we didn't sell one of the other ones. We may only have 2. I don't know. We've got more than we need, but there we go. So we'll go ahead and end the video off there. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you found the video helpful, definitely leave a like. I would not use the Ultima. I would stick to either this, being the Apollo, or if you've got the Ferrari F40 Competizione, definitely check that out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video.